Hey, what's up, guys? How are you? Welcome back. This is your host, Hebot, to another episode of Toys in My Closet. And as you can see in front of me today, we're going to take a quick look at the brand new deluxe set of the Masters of the Universe Revelations multiverse Triclops from the Netflix series. On Netflix, obviously. The new Netflix series on Netflix from Kevin Smith. And you can see that this deluxe set comes with basically the classic looking look of Triclops, which is $1, and then it has the garment and whole gear that you can put on to make him look like his techno form from the cult, well, from the religion in which they are, circuitry religion in which they portray within the actual animation itself. And you can see really fast that the box is just like the other ones as far as aesthetics and look. It's exactly like the single carded window box with the single carded characters. Take a quick closer look at Triclops there. And the window box looks really cool, really clean, really nice and big. Revelations there. As always, Triclops on the side. It says evil and sees everything. And then you turn it around and you get the artwork of Triclops in the back. But if you notice that it's in his techno form, because that's how he's depicted most of the time in the new Revelations cartoon, because it's in the future. It's quite some time after everything happens in the whole outcomes that happen in the first episode. You can see coming across more figures in the newest waves, which include Savage He-Man, the Fisto, Andra, Faker, the single carded release of Scareglow and Stinkor. And then there's another wonderful artwork here on the side that you can see. And this is from his classic to the new form. And this artwork is done by none other than Ivan. I believe his name is Ivan. I forget his Ivan O'Donoghue. I believe that's how you pronounce it. He's one of the members that used to be from Rose Kubo Dinner, he used to do with Pixel Dan and with I forget the other guy's name, Penny Dreadful, and it was one more guy. I forget his name. He's the artist. He also does comics. Oh my God, I can't remember. But anyway, he does great work, and he's the one working on these art packages for Mattel. So let's take him out of the box. Let's take a quick look at what he has to offer and check it out really fast. Okay, guys, I'm back, and I decided to do this a little bit different. We're gonna start off and we're gonna take a look at the buck, because the real look for Triclops, as we all know, is the classics. And this figure has two different ways in which you can display him. So I did buy two actual Triclops figures so that I can have them displayed both ways, because it actually is pretty cool what he looks like with this other attire and uniform. So this is the accessories what he comes with, and obviously some other sets of hands, which we'll take a look at a little later. This is the buck on its own, and as you can see, it has the nice longer loincloth in the middle with the classic orange that Triclops usually wears, and uses, with the black boots overall, with the fur on top and all the straps going around. Very, very basic and very uniform. Just like this. The legs, they're all the same buck as He-Man. The only thing, this guy's skin is very, very tan. So he reminds me of a Puerto Rican version of Triclops. And I don't mean that to try to be funny. It's just that's what it reminds me of. He has that Puerto Rican kind of orangey and darker skin. So, or tanny skin. So, let's get him dressed up to see what he looks like. First and foremost, it comes with this rope piece. And what we'll do is we'll slide his feet in from the bottom up like you would an actual doll. Put one hand through this hand, one arm to one hole, and then the other arm to the other hole. And again, Mattel knows how to do these additional cloth goods dress-up stuff because they've been doing Barbies for many years, so they have very good experience in making it work and making it quality enough where it doesn't feel cheap and like it would break. So that's step number one to getting them for his first look. Like so. Then what you do is you take this plastic harness that goes on the top, which has these symbols going down, which are the symbols of his eyes. Each one represents a symbol of his eye. Put that here, like so. Down. And then you buckle it here, down in the back. This works very good. And you kind of slide it down by the crotch area. And you can see he has a cape as well. In black with that nice sheen to it. So it falls down on him like so, and that's the second step. And then the last step obviously is the actual head, which this is it here. And it looks like this. It has like this big long thing in the front with kind of a egghead people from that Alien movie. Kind of that type of shape with the classic jaw piece. The orange on the chin, and then the headdress is orange as opposed to green, or red rather. So let's pop the head in like so. And that will be the last piece. And there is the circuitry Triclops right here. So to take a closer look, you see, like I said, he has the three eyes, set of eyes, and it does move. You see, it does move. Biggest difference with this new Revelation version to the classics is that the eye is not representative of a different color and shape, which shows the type of power that the eyes have and what they do mechanically. Instead, they're all the same color, like a little brown beady color, if you see it, but they're shaped the way they were in the classics. You know, so you don't really like that. That's one of the biggest changes. That's how you determine, again, if you know which shape is for what actual power, because I'm not really sure what we're going to do. But the figure looks good. Nice plastics, all plastic with soft goods, done and executed well. Again, like I said, with this satin style cape over him, and then the bottom harness piece is part of the flap that goes straight down in the front, and you see the belt And it just seals itself right in the back here, you know, to hold it nice and snug. So he looks cool. Got the orange gauntlets and his, you know, his actual knee. It happens. So let's put him on here. And that's what he looks like. He looks really cool. I thought I wasn't gonna like the way that he looked. I thought I was gonna not like it, but it actually warrants. It's cool enough that it warrants me to get another one. So it's pretty cool. So anyway, now let's move on to the second look of Triclops. Now here we have the second look for Triclops, which in this case is the original classic look for Triclops, which is our Triclops for those of us that grew up with He-Man, which is my preferred Triclops because obviously it's the classic look and he looks absolutely fantastic. So coming in and bringing him in, taking in a closer look at him, right? Oh boy. So here we are. There is Triclops, and here's his head, looking very nice. All the nice intricate details around the actual visor, as you can see, with the nice cuts, making it look more mechanical. The silver straps on the chin, on the side of the chin, and then the orange on the actual chin and the jawline, rather, the silver strap. This is the first time we have all this hair coming out in the back. It's supposed to be kind of like a dirty blonde, but it's coming off as more golden blonde. And then again, like you see, I said, here's the shape of one, and you turn it like so. That's the shape of another one, which is more of an actual smaller square. And then the third shape, I'm trying to align it here so it can look straight or whatever, is the circle, as you can see. And then, you know, he has the classic green, armor with the gold. And then he has some highlights of the darker money green. And in this one, they put little spikes on these corners here. This is a new added touch that it does not have in the original look. This is still the same with the chest piece that's holding it together. It looks very elegant, still very cool. Strap over the actual belt. And then, of course, again, like I said, the brown skirt line or loincloth with the black moose. He's very simple, but he looks very, very good. Like I said before, very classic. And we'll bring in real quick his accessory that he brings, which is the let's see, which is only the one weapon that he always does, which is his classic sword. This is his classic sword that he always brings. I'm trying to come on. His classic sword. He doesn't want to. Oh God, stop. Anyways, his classic sword. There you go. This looks really cool, and as you can see from putting it in his hand, right there, it already lost some of that black coloring and the gold. You see it there. This is the orange gold on the harness, the black with the gunmetal silver, which on the original vintage, this sword was like a greenish color, I think it was. Like a metallic greenish color with all this green and this, and then these pearls were only in red. So I think it's a nice modernized, updated look, but it does still have retained the same style and look. So now let's take a quick look at his articulation. So we start off here with the head, as he can move the head left and right. He can look down that much. He can look up actually quite a nice amount. And he has a little bit of, well, actually not a little bit, that's actually a lot of head tilt, which I think he's one of the first figures that can do that. I think his ball peg that goes to his head is a little longer than the other ones that came up before him. On the shoulder, he can put up the shoulder that much. Obviously, you can still do the 180 degrees. Bicep swivel. You have the double elbow, right, with the pinless joints. Then he has a really cool circuitry looking thing there that I didn't show before, which makes it have the feel of that he's mechanical still. Then here in the hand, he has the hinge that goes in and out and turn, and he also has that nice detail there where you see it kind of mechanical, make his hands look mechanical. Now he has a waist swivel, and then on the torso cut he has a nice torso cut, which you can bend down a little bit like that, and then you can hyperextend them back a little bit as well. And you know, he goes from side to side. It doesn't really get hindered by his armor. Now, as far as the legs, of course, they go up both Van Damme style, almost perfectly styled Van Damme. And then, you know, he has the upper thigh swivel there, and the leg. And then the, you know, double on the knee. First we had the double on the elbow, double on the knee, and he has the boot swivel, a boot cut. Then his hinge on the leg goes up that much, goes back this much, and he has the rocker. So as far as the articulation, great range, but very par for the course in comparison to all the Masters of the Universe Revelations figures thus far. So, real quick, we put on the sword in his hands, just so we can see what he looks like with the sword. And voila! There we have him with the sword in his hand, wielding his mighty, mighty, beautiful sword that Triclops so always elegantly always wields with him. Looks very, very cool, and you know, very, 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 very cool, and very, very Triclops, right? So guys, now let's take a look at some comparisons with other Triclops. So real quick, we'll start off with him standing side by side with another copy of him with the actual other attire. And as you can see, they look very cool next to each other. These are your display options. Now, real quick, for you guys who are wondering, he does bring an extra set of hands, which are flat open hands, like so. And these also come with that design there that looks mechanical, that makes it feel as if he is, more of a cybernetic, half cybernetic, and half, Triclopian, human, whatever his race is. But there they are together. We'll start off with them two. Then we'll move these gentleman right to the side, and what we'll take a look at is we'll bring in here none other than the most sought after version of him, which is retarded expensive in the market right now. And I only have one. I don't even have an extra one of him, I believe. And that is with the classics Triclops. And of course, aesthetically, the classics Triclops is absolutely stunning. But when you compare it to the new style of modernized articulation, pinless joints, and even the art style of a more hyper animated and hyper realistic look, mixed with the vintage, it's still, these Triclops can hold their own separately. They still look very, like, there's not a way to pick a favorite one. I also have the Super 7 one. I mean, the Loyal Subjects right there. Then I also have the vintage Origins, Masters of the Universe Origins, Triclops, and I'll move this guy here. And I also have the the Mega Constructs Triclops right there. And at the moment, these are the only Triclops that I have in hand. I do, however, have the other two existing ones, which is the Triclops from Super 7 based off the Filmation look. I have that one. And I also have the 2000X version of Triclops from that toy line as well. It's just that I have those put away, and they're too far and deep away that I can't really pull them out because it'll take me too much work just to do this one particular review. So please bear with me and spare me. It wasn't that I didn't want to really show you, but it was a lot of work just to do this one. So that's what he looks like against all of his brethrens that I have right now concurrently and that I own. So now let's look at what he looks like next to some other guys. So here we have him next to the NECA Defenders of the Earth Flash Gordon and the Action Force Valaverse Condor from Valaverse, right? And you see there, two of these are within the same scale, and then the Valaverse obviously 6-inch. I have them on the stand, so it's kind of cheating, but just to give you an idea of what they look like with different scales. So moving right along, let's put him also here next to let's see who else we can bring in really fast. Let's bring in the Masters of the Universe Savage He-Man from Multiverse as well. And let's bring in the Power Rangers in Space Blue Ranger from the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. Right there. Let's see. It's pretty awesome. And this also as well. And move out Savage He-Man. And we'll bring in let's see. We'll bring in the Star Wars Black Series Rogue One Chirrut. Wow, he looks really tiny next to him, right? And we'll bring in the McFarlane Toys My Hero Academia Mirio. right away. And then let's bring in, for fun, the G.I. Joe Creo set, rock and roll, and the 3.5 inch vintage 25th anniversary Cobra bat. Yeah. There you go. You want to talk about having some different scaling? There you go. That's some serious scaling. All right, guys. So now let me go to the end of the review and my final thoughts. So, guys, here are my final thoughts of the Triclops Deluxe Masters of the Universe Revelations Multiverse Triclops from the Netflix series. He's basically very cool. You're getting a big bang for your buck. This is a $29.99 SRB, I think. MSRB in stores. With tax, you're looking at around 32 with change, but you're getting basically an option for 2 displays that are wonderful, and you can pick your poison, whether you want to keep them looking more modern like the multiverse to match with the multiverse more accurately, or whether you want to keep them with the classic look, which he also appears in the show on the Jet Sled with that classic look. And as you know, he looks wonderful with his classic look. And keep him also displayed that way with the multiverse. However you please, the poison you pick, I think you won't go wrong with either one, because he displays well both ways. It's just that, for us, original vintage collectors and fans, we always prefer the classic, Triclops look. At least I speak for myself. And I think I speak for a lot of others that feel the same way. Alright, guys, I would highly recommend them. Go out and get him. He's hitting targets left and right. I just went into a Target, I think it was 2 days ago, and they had like 6, maybe 8 of them just sitting there on the showroom floor. So that means Mattel is distributing him in healthy amounts, because they know he's a well-beloved character, and because people are probably going to buy more than one, like I did. So, they figured to give a healthy dose, which I hope they also do with Trapjaw that's coming up soon, really soon, because people are starting to find them already. I've seen like 2 reviews on him. So, I think he's great. Guys, you should pick him up, especially for the price point, and obviously, and especially if you're a real He-Man Motu fan. Give me a thumbs up if you like the review or unboxing, and give me a thumbs down if you did it. Share the video with someone you think might like it. As always, for all of you to continue to give me your support, thank you for doing so, because without you guys, you already know, my channel would not be anything and would not be sustained. If you're new to the channel and like what I do, thank you for stopping by. Welcome. And I hope that you actually took the time out to subscribe and check out what I do. And if you do like it, you did, remember, I'm really humble, because I know you don't have to. But since you did, just remember, I consider you now part of my family. As always, if you guys want to find me in any social outlet, I'm on Instagram under C_respect, on Twitter under the most powerful gaming historian, and obviously here on my YouTube channel when it comes to video games and toys reviews, with the on my YouTube, which is HeBot. Guys, thank you so much. If you guys ever want to help me out in any way, shape, or form, because you like what I do and you want my channel to continue to grow with good content and just like this, and you want to help me out, because it does help out and it goes a long way, there is a way you can do so. It's all down in the description below with my PayPal and my Patreon information. If you guys ever want me to highlight anything, you want to donate something to the channel so I can highlight it, review it, showcase it, you name it, it would be an honor. I would love to do so. just hit me up at one of those DMs on social medium platform, and we'll work out the particulars. Guys, this is your boy Heba signing off with another episode of Toys in My Closet. I hope you enjoyed it. Triclops, Master of the Universe Revelations, Multiverse, Deluxe set. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Keep collecting. Be thoughtful and considerate while you're doing in these trying times while we have fun. Good night. Bye-bye.